Good morning. It's 11 a.m. on a Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. Yeah, got audio confirmation. Do I have that? Yeah, I have that one muted. Normally my routine is I should have it muted when I start, and then I go unmute to get the audio check. So that was accidental. What else do I need to say? I don't know. Let's go say hello to people in chat. Zoom session is open. There's nobody there yet. I'll come over here and pop out chat. See who all is here. Oh, Dennis just sent his viewers over. Thank you, Dennis, for doing that redirect. And Tony Wallow gives me a thumbs up by text. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, okay, that message went away. Tim Sowell says he's first. Good morning. Chris Garrett says, no. Official Tim was first. YouTube deletes comments after so long. I still see his comment because I never left. Yeah, that's a thing. If you open up my stream yesterday, of course you can't do that now. You would have had to done that yesterday. Then all of the comments that show up, well, as long as you have that tab open, should stay there. If you ever refresh the page, restart your computer or restart your browser or anything that refreshes that YouTube page, and you lose the prior comments. People saying hellos to each other. William, hello from Florida. There are 3 friends with her today. 4 if you count the mini Doug on the picture on the wall. Yep, that's right. There's 2 of Jennifer's friends standing with her and 1 in the laptop computer. And so that makes 3 of friends for Jennifer, and then the mini Doug on the wall. Official Tim Deck, he's claiming his first spot. Tony Wallace says, good morning. Ida Rivera, hello everyone. Who's singing in the preview? Don't recognize him, as we say here. Known in his house, and somebody keeps his food warm. When you see a trailer, you can go to your history. Let's see, if I do that now, am I going to get in trouble? I might. Let's go over this way. We'll go to a new page. If you go to your history after the trailer plays, you will be able to click actually on that trailer itself and see the title of it. And the name of whoever's performing should regularly be in the title. So it's Roger Miller, King of the Road. And then I did a little search. He's got a lot of hits out there. But this is a guy that's giving an analysis of master of all trades, Roger Miller. So this guy, Wings of Pegasus, apparently has a high opinion of Roger Miller. So let's go give you that link in chat. Roger Miller about him video, I guess they'll call it that. He's really dissecting or telling about the guitar techniques that he's using. I think that's the main focus of that video. Okay. And if there's any Dougs out there, if there's any Dougs watching the video today, I feel compelled I should explain to you why that video for the trailer. Why that performer for the trailer? Well, it's because somebody put in the words trailers for sale or rent in the chat room on one of my shows. Now, why do you think they would do that, Doug? Since you don't get it, it's because I was playing a trailer. So, hence, trailers for sale or rent. I have to explain that to any Dougs out there because they just don't get it. Things go right over their head. Ran Israel. Hello, everybody. Whenever, wherever you are. I said those backwards. I vote for topics 3 and 6 in any order. So let's get back to here and see what topics 3 and 6 are. Let's see. That's back here. 3 and 6. Explore use case. Use case for remote desktop versus remote assistance versus quick assist. Those are 3 different products by Microsoft built into Windows or available from Microsoft. versus third-party remote support services. So I think each of those have certain circumstances where they would be favorable. I think. I haven't really processed that all the way through. But I thought that would make for an interesting discussion if you're interested. Then discuss what you should do when setting up a new computer for a normal. And I actually have a checklist ready to go over here that I revised it a little bit for the purposes of making a video about it. And I thought, well, maybe if we talk about it first, you guys might have some other ideas of things that I should include. People saying hello to them, to each other. Ida's never heard of him before in her life. Baby boomer, so late 70s and 80s is my time. If you stayed away from country, if you had no affinity towards country music, that would also keep you away from hearing Roger Miller. But a lot of artists did covers on that song and others of his songs. So it's been around from other performers. Alice is here. Hello to you. And Jim, bloody hell, I'm on time. Chris Garrett, I will be here for a little bit today, going out to eat tonight for my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Chris Garrett. I'd like to know how you feel about your age once you reach 30. 24 degrees. I got a weather report from Greg. Bobby Warren is asking for number 8. What's number 8? Tim Cruz's request for remote support for computer configuration. He's here. That is Tim, official Tim Tech. He's got, I think, a few different channel names. Then, where did I get off to? There we go. Happy birthdays, DVR, good. I'm having some teeth removed Monday, so having steak dinner early. Yeah, that would be a good idea. May not be able to eat steak for a while. Speedy C says hello. Some chit chat there. I'm not going to read it all out loud. Howdy, Doug and chat. Been a while from Alan, Spain. Good to see you, Alan. Welcome. Good to see you back. And that was from me. People saying hello to each other. Ida, great, thanks. And Jonathan, number 8. I think that was Tim's, right? Number 8, yeah, Tim Cruz. People saying hello to each other. Finished having lunch. What did I miss? Well, you just missed me catching up with people in chat. Just got started. Chris, can you do Chug-a-Lug by Roger Miller? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, make you want to holler. Heidi-ho, burns your tummy, don't you know? Well, I have a list that I have been accumulating. So I'm going to add this one. Now, just because I'm putting it on the list doesn't mean I'm going to do it. It means I will consider it. Chug-a-lug. All right. I don't recognize it offhand. But probably when I hear it, I will, because I am such a Doug. I don't recognize everything from a little hint. Doug is the DJ now. Chris Garrett from Wintermute. Grape wine and mason jar, homemade and brought to school by a friend of mine in class after me and him and this other fool. I think that's more lyrics for that song. Tim says, excited for today. You can go ahead and come into Zoom, Tim. Our conversation there, provided that he's available to do this today, and I'm guessing that he is, we'll connect remotely to his computer and give it the fine-tooth comb once over. Or maybe it'll be a rough-tooth comb. Dennis giving us a weather report. Rick, Chris, Tim, Jonathan. I'm kind of glancing at the words. This thing jumps around on me once in a while. There. Back here. Washing machine failure for Dennis. Chris loves Roger Miller. Jim Boomer, I know of Roger Miller. Ida, that's it. I hate country music. You nailed it. I'm on time from Tim. Chris says he's 50, not 30. Hopefully you'll get back to 30 again. Speedy C, topic 6, please. That was what you do and set up a computer for normal. If we don't get to that today, it will be coming in more conversations through Windows Daily or another Saturday, or the videos that I want to start producing along those lines. What is that? Got an email notification. Is that somebody asking for credentials? Yes, it is. Tim, if you'll keep the credentials, you came in last time, so please save the credentials. That'll save me from having to resend it to you each time. We'll grab that, copy that here. See if that carried over. Yes, it did carry over to Baby Bees. That technique about my clipboard going from one computer between my two computers, that doesn't always work. So I'm going to reply to Tim and paste the link. Okay. Happy birthdays, Tony Wallow 57, overcast. That's either the temperature or his age. Not sure. Jonathan the Boomer 2, no, Roger Miller. Birthday cake. Let's see, how far behind am I? Okay, I'm going to start reading through quicker. It's happy birthdays back and forth. Tim, bad news, laptop this past week. I don't know why I keep fixing. I got bad news, my laptop blue screen this past week. I don't know why. I need help with fixing that serious problem. Took pictures with my cell phone. Great. Email me the pictures. Zvi, there's some blurred area on your display to YouTube. Checking. Yes. I had my blur button on. That's why. Oh, that's interesting. That blur should have been the full screen. All right. I'm going to fix that blur area. Let's see. I'll do it this way. It tells me that I previously had changed the blur for something that I was doing and neglected to change it back. So there. Thank you for that. Blurred area. Yeah, Zvi, thank you for letting me know that. Tim is able. Then the link, got that. CFWW, can I post a link? Yeah, you're a moderator, so you can post a link in chat. I joined. Thank you. I'm on Zoom now. Yes, I see you there. I haven't turned Zoom on yet for the stream. And Tim will send the pictures by email. Chris, I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen X, but still like Roger Miller. Tim cleaned his glasses to fix the blur. Here's CFWW. What is he bringing up? Oh, yes, Kevin Mitnick. I heard that. Oh, Kerry Holzman announced it yesterday. I like Kevin Mitnick. I have read his book and watched some of his presentations. Very entertaining, his hacking spree in the 1990s, or he was not a good guy. He was a bad guy, and he's repentant about that. So yeah, he passed away recently and had been fighting some form of a cancer, I think. All right, so condolences to his loved ones. All right, let's go bring in Zoom. Zoom, folks, get ready. So far, you've been listening to me on YouTube, so you're gonna, I think you've been. I'll have to mute your YouTube. So start that video, unmute myself. So now you're hearing me, but you're not being heard yet. You're not being heard yet? What? So same as system. Oh, you know what? Actually, you might have been going over YouTube. Was YouTube hearing people in Zoom? I don't know if you guys have been saying anything.
I don't know. I said hello earlier, but I didn't hear myself. I'm not sure.
You didn't hear yourself? Yeah, because I didn't have the Zoom app muted. So it is possible that if you were saying anything, you were going over YouTube.
I didn't
sent
say
the
anything.
pictures. I don't know if you got them, Doug, but I think I sent it over. I don't know if you received it from my cell phone from my Gmail.
Probably. I'm checking.
Okay, all right. And I added a little thing on the subtext. What else? Also, if we could do to my computer, if possible. I don't know if my computer can handle it, but it's up to you.
All right. Yeah, Tony Wallow, thank you. He told me they haven't heard Zoom over YouTube. So that's curious. I wonder why. And wait a minute.
I didn't say any naughty words.
Okay. No Zoom until now. So Tony is confirming that they're hearing Zoom now. I see a couple of comments from Lawn Dog. I'm not going to read those out. Tim Sal comes in and William Dawson comes in.
Everybody's joining now. Let's go. Let's grow.
And
Everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. Blessings to you all. I miss you guys. Back here another panel again, just like last weekend, this weekend.
okay, I'm going to go pull up those pictures and we will start going down this road with what you got going on. And it looks
Sounds
like
a plan.
it looks like I can display your email because your email address doesn't show up. You've given me 2 pictures here. I'm going to bring those pictures up and then come back to them. Here's this one. Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. We're just collecting some error info and then we'll restart for you. At that point, it was 70% complete. Zoom in here. You got a stop code, kernel security check failure. It would be good if somebody in chat would capture that or just type that out into chat with the underscores so that I can do a copy and paste later on. This is the only thing on this blue screen report that we're interested in. Then I'll go bring up the other one. Your device ran into a problem, needs to restart, collecting info at 55%, coming down here, kernel security check failure. And that was the same on both of them. Okay. Same message. And there is underscore between each of those words, but we should still be able to get it anyway. This address up here just gets to a generic explanation of what to do with stop codes. Let's get set up so that I can connect to your computer, Tim. So I want you to go to the website address. I want you to go to the website address of www.logmein123.com.
Okay, I'm there now.
All right. It should be asking you for a 6-digit code, right? Is it?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I'll be getting a code for you here in a moment. I had to do my 2-factor authentication for launching my LogMeIn Rescue Technician console. The code is 780891. Put in that code and then click download. Once the file completes downloading, you'll click to open the download. I get a message here with your name indicating it's connected just because you're downloading it. After clicking to open that file, then you have a couple more clicks to do.
That's good, Doug. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate your help today. It means the world to me, Doug.
All right, you're welcome. All right, now I got a message saying waiting. This is my time to right-click and choose Start. And I click Remote Session. And here we go. We got your computer on screen. I'm going to minimize the chat window. I'm going to drag your minimized zoomed window so it's hiding behind my picture-in-picture so that YouTube's not seeing a double Dougs. That's something nobody needs. All right, so let's go take a few looks here. I'm going to do Windows key and then reliability history, view reliability history right here, and let the computer tell us how it has been performing. Need to get the chat room back up on screen. Jim says first suspicion memory. Ida put in the kernel security check failure in chat. Ran has a link. And additional people saying,
oh wow,
liking memory, and then 2 Dougs are better than 1. 3 other Dougs on screen. What's one more? We've seen 5 Dougs. 2 ain't nothing. All right, so here's the reliability history from July 21st is the date that we see here, but under this column, there's no date showing. So that is July 22nd today. And they've only shown us dates for every other day here. And then there's an arrow here to the left. We could go back further. It's interesting here that it looks like problems started happening here July 9th. I'm not seeing anything before that. That's interesting. What we got here, 5, 10, these numbers here, I think are referring to the number of, I'm not sure what those numbers are referring to. This graphic here, as time goes by and you're not having troubles, this blue line goes up higher, I think. Maybe that's indicating level 10 reliability, meaning good, high reliability. Because here, when we have no problems here, the graph line is going up, but we don't really care all that much about the line. We want to see what things we have here. We see critical events, Xbox, Game Bar, Spotify. Let's make this maximize and see what more we get in here. When I click on a different day, then all this information over here on the left side changes. So clicked on yesterday, it tells us there were 2 critical events, Xbox, Game Bar, Spotify, and Game Bar .exe. This is actually a .exe here. Stopped responding and was closed. Stopped responding. Here's some technical details available down there. Then there was warnings, failed Windows Update. So that's a concern. And then this is an informational event, just a successful update. So that's not a problem. Now let's go see if we have stability in the problems, or are they different things having problems? Here's a critical event. Zoom meeting stopped responding as was closed. This one is start menu experience host.exe stopped working. This one, EA stopped working. Windows not properly shut down. Windows stopped working, shut down unexpectedly. Windows was not properly shut down. So these 4 items we're not really so concerned about because you probably had an event there. These are reports or results, not so much the cause of the event. Now, all of these have technical details available. Down here, informational events is a bunch of successful updates for various things. Then we don't really need to look at that day. I clicked on it anyway just to show there's nothing there. And then Windows was not properly shut down. Background task host stopped working. And then search application stopped responding and was closed. Every one of these things that have had troubles were different things that were having troubles. Background task host stopped working. Start menu experience host stopped working. And then a couple windows not properly shut down. I think reliability monitor is configurable as to how far back it will retain things. So I'm not convinced that your computer was running clean before this. In fact, I think the evidence here says that this is all the history we have, because you certainly were having security updates in these prior days. There should at least be that blue symbol. So I think it's insignificant that the rest of that before that was clean. You've probably been having problems with this computer for how long? Well, you tell us, how long? How long have you been having troubles like this, Tim?
for a long time. Like I've been having a factory reset it and get it from Windows 11 back to Windows 10. Like for the first time in a long time. and like just multiple issues that like where like it just crashes, and then there's lots of stuff like I already lost track. Like I had to wipe it out. I already like a few times, 4, 5, 6 times. I already lost track.
Okay, that's enough of an answer. Let me go look at some other things. Let's get acquainted with this computer. We got Windows 10. We'll come and look at System. We'll get to MS Info 32 in a moment here. I'm sure some of you are eager for that. It's a laptop, AMD Ryzen, 12 gigabytes of RAM. If anybody's going to be asking questions of what's on this screen later, I suggest you pick up your cell phone and take a photo of this screen, because I'm not going to remember all this detail. Some of you remember these details a lot better than I do, and some of you are going to ask for these details. So please take a picture with your cell phone, or note the time that we are right now so that you can go back in the video, or even do, here's something you can do. If you want to be able to get back to that screen, here's a little YouTube mini lesson. I'll come up here to the video. I'll right click on the tab up here and choose duplicate, and then pause the video there, and then come back to your original tab where you're watching. So that way you have the video paused at the point where that screen is at. Now, if I go back in DVR mode, I got to use the correct mouse button. I mean the correct keyboard. So you got this screen paused, this tab paused here, and then you continue watching the video on your original tab. And then we're going to do a similar thing for MS Info 32. I'll do Windows key run MS Info 32, otherwise known as system information. Windows 10 home there, we got Lenovo. This looks like a Lenovo SKU. IdeaPad is the model of the Lenovo laptop. We get a SM BIOS version here and a BIOS version date here. So there's another, you can duplicate the tab again and pause the video right here so that you can come back and look at this again if you want to. I'm going to minimize this. If anybody's got anything specific in there that they're wanting to see, we can get back to that. Now, how about these technical details? Let's go take a look at some of the details, and then I'll get back to chat. I keep bringing up, yeah, I see some chat comments. I'm going to just continue going on here. This one for GameBar EXE, if we had GameBar being the problem over and over and over, then we'd be looking at it. Is there some program updates or something wrong with that program? But we're having problems with every one of these problems has been something different. So that kind of points more to like a memory or hardware, something that's even operating system, something that's common between all of the programs. Stopped interacting Windows was closed. Check the problem history, termination time, GameBar EXE, faulting package. None of that gives us any kind of a lead or help at all in my mind. Let's get out of that. That's problem details. Yeah, I want to get back to reliability monitor. I'll just go to one other. I'm not going to go through all of them because I don't think this is going to be significant. Now, this critical event for Zoom meetings, it doesn't have technical details. Nor does that one. Was this one? Yeah, that was details of the critical event. So I'm only interested in details for the critical event, not informational events. Yeah, here's critical. And this was Windows not properly shut down. Description, the previous shutdown was unexpected. Yeah, that's not helpful either. All right. I'm going to go catch up in chat now and see what people are thinking and wanting to do.
And also, I used to have Windows 10 Pro on my computer, Windows 11 Pro as well.
Yeah.
I got a digital license key on the Microsoft Store. You want to do that too? I have that. available.
No, not going to want to do that. You've been having these kind of problems with all those different operating systems, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's telling me it's not an operating system problem. It's not a driver problem. It's not a software problem. It's a hardware problem. Very much most likely. And this Jim was saying right in the beginning, memory. So have you done any memory tests?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's fine. Kernel security check failure. So we could go look up information about that. However, since you're having the problem with multiple different operating systems, that tells me it's not an operating system problem because you've reinstalled the operating system, which is what the kernel security check has to do with. So kernel security check, and you're getting that blue screen, that's what Windows is reporting as it recognizing the problem, but the problem was probably caused by hardware, I'm leaning towards. Let's see what this link is that Rand was giving us. Kernel security check failure. I think we'd be going down a wrong direction if we were to pursue this for the reason just mentioned, that this is consistent across multiple different operating system installations. Read write error, 2 bugs, 3 get past that. Mozzarella sticks. Put more of those sticks in there. There are what? Oh, that's about the chit chat between people. I'm curious about all those little crashes from Lone Dog. How about running a memory test? Yeah, we're kind of leaning that way, aren't we? Secondly, I'm just asking, how do you shut down your computer? Be specific. I have people that literally holding the power button, just want to make sure they're doing it properly. Well, when that message is showing up on about improperly shut down, I think that's when he's getting the blue screens. He's getting crashes. That's when we're getting the reports of improperly shut down. Does it have an SSD or rotational hard drive? Well, let's go back to HWInfo and answer that.
I believe it has both.
Say again?
I believe it has both. You can be back on mic if you want.
I didn't understand what you said. You said, I believe it.
I believe it has both because that's what they told me, a technician from Lenovo. And like when I bought the computer, it's a rotating disk and an SSD solid state drive as well.
Oh, okay. So you did say both.
But you could double check to make sure though.
All right.
If you want.
I don't want to. Let's not go this way. Let's go device manager.
So is that a good thing, Doug, or a bad thing?
To have both, it's not good or bad.
Okay. Do you think we recommend installing the OS operating system on the SSD, right? Because it's faster.
Yeah. But this looks like, I think these are both spinning drives. That looks like a Seagate spinning drive, and this looks like a Western Digital drive. I think those are both spinning drives.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. I'm not familiar where to find it in here. Shouldn't be hard. Storage, drives, local fixed disk, Windows. Oh, that says, well, volume name is Windows SSD.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. It says volume disk. That's when I did the image from Lenovo. Me and Bobby did the recovery image. It installed it by itself back to Windows 10. So we got it from the manufacturer website, the recovery media, whatever you call it.
Okay. Brand Israel, you're saying look at Task Manager for what? What are you wanting to see in Task Manager?
Task Manager.
So Tim going to Shaver Lake, suspect when improper shutdown, what really happened was a crash and you had to push the button to shut the machine down. With laptops, it might be worth it, just pull out the RAM sticks, clean them up and put them back in. Did it come with HDD or SSD? Does not sound like.
And also, by the way, I took this computer to, I not took it, but I shipped it to the third party from Walmart where I bought it from, because they had a warranty on it and they did some work to it too. They opened it up and everything. Because my fan was making a loud humming noise, by the way, and they fixed it. It's not doing a humming noise no more, but it does get a little bit hot. But I have it on a cooling fan right now. It's cooling off with the cooling fan I bought from Walmart.
Okay. Let me continue here. It does not sound like we have commonality in a program that continually crashes. Device manager, memory or drive issues, it's rotational. Read, that was just the first result on Google. Can you get the serial number, WMIC? Sure. Yeah, I'll get you a serial number here. Intermute.
Hopefully we're able to fix it, Doug. I speak it in Jesus' name.
WMIC BIOS get serial number. There it is. I'll double click that and Control C paste. And then paste that into chat. Did that carry over to, yes, it did carry over to Big Beast.
Big Beast is that's your, what do you mean by Big Beast?
That's my main computer.
Cool. I was wondering why you call it Big Beast. That's cool. I
Actually,
remember your old past videos. You were working on a iMac computer in your other room.
you're right. Want to mute, thanks. I'm kind of scanning through these chat messages with my eyes. Crystal Disk Info. I'm thinking I'm going Crystal Disk Info to get the information about the drive. Because I'll just go ahead and download it and get it because that gives us more information. Yep. Okay, I think I'm caught up in chat. If I didn't notice something significant there, then go back and hit me in orange. Windows key D to get to the, minimize everything, get to the desktop. And then I'll go open up Chrome.
I'm watching your live stream right now on my phone.
You're watching, oh, the live stream on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know 1080p is really good.
And then quick download, is that the one that gets the extra junk? I'm come down here to standard edition. I really need to lock this into my memory. Yeah, so here, Crystal Disk Info, there's a point if you can easily go wrong here. Download file info. I don't remember this screen coming up.
Oh yeah, that's my IDM Internet Download Manager.
Oh, you have a download manager. All right.
Yes, correct.
All right, then we'll go ahead and do
I use
that.
that to download videos and stuff.
All right. Download complete, open folder. There we go. And is this, no, this, that's right. This is the exe. This is the setup. That's not what I want. That's not the portable.
Oh, okay.
And quick download, where do I get to that?
I've never seen this website before. It's a cool website.
There. I think this looks more familiar. Yeah, here's the zip. And this is, that's Crystal Disk Mark. We really want Crystal Disk Info. But I'll go ahead and download Crystal Disk Mark here because we're probably going to use that too to check things out.
This is going to give us info about it.
About your hard drives, about your
cool.
your storage drives.
That's good.
Sure.
I never heard of this before. It's pretty cool, though. I was telling Bobby on the phone that if you require payment of when you fix that, and he told me that no, he doesn't require payment, and like he does it free of charge. I'm like, wow, that already making me so happy, and it made my day, you know. I didn't know you didn't charge and stuff till Bobby was explaining it to me in a video where you mentioned it in a past fixing someone else's computer.
Yep, that's what the whole channel is about.
It's so cool, though. 30 years, right, of being a technician.
I'm trying to keep my mind focused here. It's difficult to
sorry,
carry on a conversation at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, here's Crystal Disk Info. Download and open folder. This one went to a subfolder of downloads called Programs. That's not the same folder the other one went to, so I'm going to cut that from here and go. The other one went to this subfolder you have here of Compress, so I'm going to put these two here together. And then that says application. That doesn't say compressed. Crystal Disk Info. Did I do the wrong one again?
Maybe.
Yeah, I did. I clicked on this blue button, didn't I?
Oh no. I
No,
think you did.
Now for Crystal Disk Mark, it was that big download button in the middle that I used to get to the place where they have the zips. How about if I go to this download tab? That's it. They're probably yelling at me in chat how to get here.
They probably are yelling. I see the check.
Here, so download. Click that tab at the top for download. That's the way to get there.
Someone said Team's confused. Does he know what he's doing? Oh boy. That's what Jim said.
Then extract all. Yeah, you're kind of new with the channel, so you don't know that's a meme around here because.
Oh really?
Yep. So that's a thing that is very, very welcomed. I say it, they say it. Anytime that I'm not getting the right place, then the thing to say is seems confused. Does he know what he's doing?
Oh, that's a meme. I love that meme. You should make a picture about that with your picture there and
Okay, let me get back to my show here. I'm going to catch up with chat. There's a thanks, and then that Seagate is a rotating drive. Seagate is a spinning drive. Download is under the pink banner. Western Digital is an SSD, so that Western Digital is an SSD. Think you want info, not mark? Yep, I was going the wrong way at one point. So the Western Digital is the SSD. Hopefully that's where Windows installed. So I'm confused. Brian, what a Doug. That's another thing. What a Doug. Official Tim Tag says, I love that meme. So funny. All right. Now, let's get this going here. So disk info 64 is the one we want. Double clicked on that. Answer yes. There it is. This is showing that the C drive is on the Seagate. If I click on the D drive here, we see that's the Western Digital. And the Western Digital is the SSD. So the operating system is, you've got it installed on the spinning drive. So
oh no, that's not good.
That's not good. The Smart Info is telling us that the C drive is claiming to be in good condition with 41 degrees. And the D drive is claiming to be in good condition with 37 degrees. And then we look at the specific values over here looking, because there, even though it says good up here and a good temperature, there could be some significant problem down here in these details. So read error rate, we've got a high number there of read errors, and this is your boot drive. Spin up time is showing zeros, so that sounds like it starts spinning right away. Start stop count is not of concern. Reallocated sectors account shows 0, so that's good. Seek error rate, that's a very, very high number on seek error rate. I believe that should be 0. Could somebody check up on that and be sure that number is supposed to be reading 0? Power on hours, this shows how many hours it's been on. And I think up here it shows us, yeah, up here power on hours, 6,000. And then spin retry count That's 0, so that's good. Power cycle count, showing how many times it's been power cycled, I suppose. End-to-end error, I don't think that's of concern. Reported uncorrectable errors is 0. Command timeout 0. High fly rates 0. Airflow temperature not of interest. G-sense error rate. So there are some G-sense errors, whatever that means. I don't know. Power off retract count, that's not of concern. Load, unload cycle count, temperature, reallocation event. We're not done because we scroll down and find more. All these with zeros, I don't even need to bother reading the ones that are zeros. The only ones I really have to read is the ones that have a number here. Head flying hours we're not concerned about. So there are some things in here that we're concerned about. Seek error rate. So this is telling me that spinning drive, C drive, is bad and we should replace it or just not use it. Then your D drive, let's have a look at it. This is the SSD with 1400 hours. Then critical warning is 0, composite temperature, not concerned, available spare threshold, not concerned about 0. So I'm not even going to read them. Data units read, that's fine, written. Data units, host read commands, host write commands, it's not of concern that those have numbers in them. Controller busy time, I don't know if that's supposed to be, well, no, I think that's okay because that would imply to me that the computer's trying to issue a command, but the controller's busy. And ASA says, wait for a minute, I'm not ready for you. Power cycles, that's okay. Power on hours, okay. Unsafe shutdowns, 159 of them. So that gives us an idea how many times you've had crashes. Number of error information log entries. So this looks like your SSD is probably in good shape. It's a 500 gigabyte
Nice.
SSD.
Thank God for that.
All right, so then we'll go right click on the Windows button and go to drive disk management. SSD showing us the C drive occupies the entire SSD. And well, now wait a minute. Here we're showing C drive as the SSD. No, you know what this is? Somebody assigned the volume name of Windows SSD to your spinning Seagate hard drive. So this is just lying to us. This word SSD here does not mean it's an SSD drive. They just named it that. We can change this name to be anything we want. Here's your D drive, 465, and we know that was the size of the SSD that we just looked at. Then if we go to, let's go look at File Explorer. Expand this PC. And then this C drive that's incorrectly labeled SSD. Look at properties for it and see that used space is 386 gigabytes out of 544 gigabytes. Oh, no, free space, 544. The total space is 930. And then let's look at your D drive. And it has 48 gigabytes in use. What is in use on your D drive? What's there? Program files, Windows apps, WP system, Xbox games. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in program files. Let's try it this way. Right click on program files, properties. Try that again. I think the window's just hiding behind there. Yeah, there's 0 bytes in there. Windows apps, 0 bytes. WP system, 8 kilobytes. So Xbox games, you got some Xbox games there. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that you shut the computer down, open it up, remove that spinning drive, and then your SSD should automatically become your primary drive, and do a fresh install of Windows. Since you have recently done fresh installs of your operating system, I'm suspecting you're kind of comfortable with doing that at this point. Is that right?
Pardon?
Are you able to reinstall operating system on the SSD
Yes.
drive? Yes?
Yes, I'm able to. You want me to do it, or are you gonna do it?
Well, I can't physically disassemble your computer.
Right.
So I want you to remove that spinning drive, because even if you put your
Oh no,
operating
I'm not able to remove it. By the way, I can't open it up. I don't got the tools for that, and I don't want to touch it. That's why. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah. I'm very reluctant for that spinning drive to remain in the computer, because a defective drive, even if it's not your operating system drive, can cause troubles to your computer operating, because the computer operating system, even if it's on your SSD, is still trying to communicate with the D drive, and it's still running into problems. So that drive needs to come out. You're going to need to find somebody locally that can do that for you.
I know. I don't know what it could do, but I mean, I could. I don't know if my mom will let me, but we had a computer worked on before a while back, but I could see like I know I got the Lenovo warranty on my computer. I just extended it, so Lenovo premium care and all that.
Now, the thing that I can do for you is that you can ship it to me, and I'll do the work here, and the work will be free, and then ship it back to you, but you'll have to pay the shipping costs.
Right. That makes sense.
So, where are you located? What state are you? You're in what? Where?
Texas, Harlingen, Texas.
Okay. All right. So that's about the only way that I think I'm going to be able to help you further with that. But let me go catch up with chat, see if anybody's got other ideas on this. Rotational winter mute, wrong way. Oh dear. Seagate does not make SATA SSDs, or they did make them. I'm surprised. Really? Seagate doesn't make SSDs? I'm not aware of that. But that's outside of my interest area anyway. I don't know why Lenovo image set up that way is a bad idea. Well, this computer has been re-imaged and rebuilt by a few different people. So I think somewhere along the line, somebody installed Windows and selected the wrong drive. Somebody had identified the drives wrong somewhere back in time. Needs to be redone with the operating system on SSD. Let me catch up here. How did Zoom go last? Let's see. Now, rotational could be throwing errors, hence the kernel problem. Yeah, I suspect that's what's going on, particularly since it's been happening through multiple different operating system installations. Peace throughout the world. More than 159. This is hex. Rand Israel, more than 159. He's referring to one of those stats that I was reading. Oh, yeah, 159 in hexadecimal is much higher, and you don't have to be a brainiac for that. You can hit your Windows key on the keyboard and type convert.
Hold on, Bobby is doing something right now. I was gonna say, I'm getting a new computer soon around December, so whatever you could do now to fix it temporary. I'm not gonna be with this computer for a while, forever.
Okay, let me continue where I was going here. I was right in the middle of something. Okay, so here's Windows key, and then type convert 159 hex to decimal. Windows should be able to do this for me right here. 345. What is 159 hexadecimal in decimal? So it's 345. You don't need any fancy calculator for that. Hard drive is 1 terabyte. NVMe is 500 gigabyte. Label means nothing. 6,000 hours on the spinning drive, especially for newly manufactured. Well, let's see, 6264. How many days is 6524, whatever that number was, hours?
24.
So 271 days. So no, 271 days. That's not a long time for a spinning drive.
24 hours a day?
Well, sure. Some people leave their computers on. You can leave a computer on with a spinning drive. So sure. Backup D and swap to the S drive. Yeah, so that's another thing that could be done is do an image of the hard drive, but it has so many problems. I think that would be problematic. And since he has done full fresh installs of Windows and then reinstall whatever he needed, I think that is probably a better way to go. Back up the D drive. Oh, that has the games on it. So yeah, so back up the games if you want to be able to restore them. They're probably easily downloadable though. Okay, I'm scanning through quickly to see if you have other ideas. You can set the hard drive to offline. I was wondering about that. So yeah, I was wondering about that without saying it. Can we do that? Well, doing it, once we do that remotely, I lose remote connection to the computer. How about if we clone? Hey, we can do this live. What if we macro reflect to clone the running C drive to the D drive? That works. While I think I've done that before while connected. Even if I can't do that connected, macro reflect can restart and do that automatically after I've queued the task. So clone to the D drive, then let the computer start up. It's probably going to start up on the C drive. I can reconnect remotely to it and then make the current booted drive as offline or somehow deactivate it, then restart the computer again, and it should boot up onto the SSD. Do you think we can do that? Rick is saying that's pretty darn easy. I'm not certain what he was referring to. Went to mute hardware maintenance manual, page 42. Try that again. Going to 42 in the PDF isn't necessarily page 42 in the manual, so I'll scroll down some more to get to page 42. Oh, he's showing how to remove it, I think. Remove by pulling solid state drive. Oh, that no, Remove by pulling the M.2 solid state drive. Why are you showing us how to remove a solid state drive? We don't want to remove this. Oh, here's the storage drive. Oh, it starts on 42. So these are the steps for doing it. I'm not going to try to talk Tim into doing that if he's not comfortable with it. Let's see, we did that. Jim said he would do it if it was closer. Seagate does make SSDs. I would have thought so. Replace the Seagate, put the WD since it's NVMe, but it could be a SATA M.2. Pretty sure the spinning drive is the original hard drive. Yeah, that SSD could be an M.2 apparently. You already did send this into Lenovo once, you said. Not to Lenovo, but you said a third party, and that was a warranty.
That's correct.
Provider, right? Okay. Well, I'm going to come back to to chat a moment, but let me say hello first while I have Zoom on screen too, because I haven't really said hello to Brian Lightfoot. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And William Dawson. Hello.
Hello.
And Tim Sowell. Hello.
Hello. Internet's been going in and out. Can't wait to go to Shaver in a few hours.
All right. It'll be cooler up there. What do we have now? I think we're expecting 110 today here.
I think so. I'm getting out of the heat.
Tim and I are both in Fresno, California, for those who don't know. All right. Going back in chat. You mentioned earlier, Doug, in a quick statement that you are reading about the SSD was something they inputted You mentioned earlier, Doug, in a quick statement that what you are reading about the SSD was something they inputted.
The label on the drive.
The label on the drive.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let's go show that, since that question just came up. Is I can go over here to, here's this line right here, Windows SSD C drive. I can right click on that and choose rename and change this. Whoops, get to the correct keyboard, Doug. And I can just right arrow and backspace over that SSD. And so we said this was a Seagate. Seagate spinning drive. Okay, you can name your C drive, your D drive, any of your drives, anything you want. You'll need to provide administrator permission to rename the drive. Click continue. So there, that's what I was saying. Somebody named it SSD when it really wasn't an SSD.
I get the feeling somebody installed Windows on the wrong drive, and when they realized their mistake, they said, oh, well, let's just rename the label on the drive SSD, and the customer will never know the difference.
That's possible.
I've seen that before.
But I can see the spinning drive maybe having troubles, because who knows in the past how that laptop's been treated while the drive's been spinning.
How the laptop's been treated while the drive has been spinning? You're speculating if the computer
could have
was
been moved, could have been sat down a little too hard, bumped, or anything.
All right. Hello, Jim. For the record, Jim waved his hand. Hello. Okay, going back to chat. Computers from 2021, warranty ended 2022. There's that chat jumping again. Let's see. He started, paid for a new warranty in June 2023, goes to June 2024. Computer, okay, Wintermute looked up the serial number for the computer. I suppose that's where this is coming from, saying the computer is from 2021, the original warranty ended 2022, and then he found records saying that there was a new warranty in June 2023 and it goes through 2024. Does that make sense to you, Tim, that you actually have active warranty on this computer?
Yes, it does make sense. That's what I was trying to tell you, Doug, that I extended the warranty, or I whatever you call it, renewed it, whatever you call it.
Oh, all right. Well, then this would be warranty coverage. These drives came with the computer, right?
Correct. Yes, I didn't take everything came with the computer. We didn't install anything from third party.
All right. I'm wondering if Wintermute would do us the favor of getting a link for starting a warranty claim on this computer, and we could show that process. Leave my PC on all the time with spinning. So do I. Can the spinner be disabled in BIOS? Reinstall Windows. Examples of Seagate SSDs from Dennis. Skip through these a little bit. I see your comment there, William, about how the computer was treated, but I don't think that's of concern. It's a hard drive that goes bad. I highly doubt that they're going to claim that the computer was mishandled. If your clone a drive has errors on it, it may crush or not successfully make a clone. Yes, I have. It may crash or not successfully make a clone. That is true. It's just luck of the draw. I have done it. I have successfully made an image backup of a drive that was that had troubles. It's kind of risky, but since Tim has done full operating systems reinstall recently, I don't think it's worth rolling the dice. I wouldn't try it unless it was very, very difficult to rebuild the computer due to software licenses or lots of different programs installed.
Doug, I'm down for whatever you want to do.
Okay, let me keep going. I don't see that as practical. Personally, see as system errors not practical. Responding to something Chris said. I think it's perfect. Remove the storage drive starts. Yeah, we're not. There's warranty on this. Are you okay with sending it in for warranty repair? I mean, you paid for the warranty extension, so why would you pay
Yes, I'm
for it?
okay with it. I just gotta let my
Yeah.
mom know about it, what's going on and stuff.
All right. Yeah, that definitely looks like the way to go. On dog, be happy with spin right, pulling drive, replacing elementary. Yeah, that's not that. That's for you, Rick. Not everybody is okay with that, particularly the way laptops disassemble in different ways. This one might be fine, but Tim is not. Has already said he's not interested in that. Suspect hard drive failing, disable and BIOS, long time clone drives. Just get through these quicker because we've now that warranty extension is a third party warranty service. It's not likely going to be Lenovo working on it. It's my understanding how those warranty purchases work.
Yeah, they're always third party shops.
Yeah.
If he's looking for a small fee, they could update the spinning to a SSD form.
Lawn Dog, another tough question. If you go through warranty on this machine, one question, will they warranty a spinning drive that has 1 year manufacturer's warranty? Yeah, I think so. I think if you buy a warranty from it, they're covering the whole computer. I would expect that. Okay, I just send it. Oh, Chris says send it to Doug. Now, he paid for that warranty. That's if you're going to pay for a warranty and you have a warranty claim, use it. I never pay for warranties because I know I'm not going to go jump through the hoops to claim it. So here's an e-ticket. Discovery is step 1. Please provide the basic details below to get started. Hardware repair, yeah. United States, yes. So serial number, I'll go grab that from my clipboard history. Can I show that? Yeah, I can show that because every time I show this, somebody else will say, I didn't know you could do that. Windows key V, if you don't already have clipboard history turned on, then when you press Windows key V, it's going to ask if you want to turn clipboard history on. And that way you can see your recent events. There's a scroll bar here. I could scroll down. I'm not going to scroll down because I don't know if what I might have previously copied. So here's that serial number. And then next. S34015 API touch laptop machine type. As far as I can tell, this idea pad, that looks like a match. Redport Premium Care. So that's the name of the insurance. It's 1 year depot carry-in consumer. So it looks like you can carry it into the store where you bought it. IDC01, this product has a 1 year limited warranty, is entitled to depot or carry-in service where available. Now, this was the original warranty. This is the one that's expired. This is, that's the Lenovo warranty. We need the warranty claim of the purchased coverage. This one's not going to work. Was that, whoops, wrong keyboard, Doug. Bring chat back up. Let's see if Wintermute comes up with another. Expand Red Depot. All right, let's see that. Redport Premium Care. Good. Yep. This machine is entitled. How do we feel about entitled people, huh? This is a machine that's entitled, so it's okay. What do we have? What do we have? 2 listings here. Depot Carry-In, Redport Premium. This machine is entitled to premium care service, including prioritized parts and labor with any required work performed at the customer location.
Wow.
Tim, they're going to come to you.
That's cool.
Services started.
That's cool.
Yeah, services started and ended with the term of the contract. That start date, June 11th. So you just bought that a month ago. Month and a half ago? Wow.
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Well, this is that makes it easier. So how do we make a claim here? ID BA5, Redport Premium. Oh, here, this is clickable right up here. Redport Premium Care is clickable. So I'm gonna copy that BA5, Control
So
C.
should I tell my mom what's going on, that they have somebody come, or what should I tell her first?
Well, we won't actually order the service until you clear it with your mom. So
Okay, got
we're
it.
we're
Okay.
still just exploring. We're just still
But
figuring this
maybe
out.
if you could fix it, that'd be even better. But if that's the last option, then we'll go that route. But it's up to you.
All right. Yeah, this clickable Redport Premium Care, all that's doing is collapsing this section. So that's not a link to get me to that care. How do I get to a place? Why? Oh, 1 year depot carry in. Oh, all right. So that, well, no, this is the separate thing. That's a separate method. This one for them to come out to you. Oh, this one for carry in, that one is expired. This one for on-site is the one that you paid for because you paid premium. All right, so how do we claim that? I'm going to Control C, copy that. See if anyone in chat has given me more info about that. I don't see it, so I'm going to go do a Google search for Redport Premium Care. Premium Care Support.
I'm just wondering if you don't submit it right to Lenovo and they just turn it over to the Red Care.
Well, look at this. This Premium Care Support is a Lenovo website. Lenovo Premium Care, Redport, but this doesn't say, here, it works with Redport and service. Here's redportglobal.com. Well, let's...
like a 1-800 number or 888 number?
Yeah, I don't want to make that phone call on the stream.
That's probably how you set it up. It's like it's a clearinghouse number.
Well, that may be, but let me explore this a little bit. Here on Lenovo's site, United States of America, I don't think there's anything in here for Redport. Nope, the word Redport does not occur on that page. I'm inclined to think that you would not go through Lenovo because I think this is a service that was sold by the store, not sold by Lenovo.
Oh.
Could be.
It's a Greek SCOD type service. Third-party service.
Yeah, it's third-party service and it's sold by the store. The store is probably selling Redport service for lots of different products other than Lenovo. Redport Satellite, crew member, satellite management. This doesn't look right. Redport Optimizer Premier. This doesn't feel right at all. Redport Premium Care Computer Repair Claim. I'm looking for a URL that it seems to be Redport. This submit an e-ticket. This is on Lenovo's site, so Lenovo knows. Well, okay, I'm going back with you about submitting to Lenovo because it's Lenovo's site that is aware of this care. All right, you have selected serial number, change product, warranty history. This machine is entitled. Okay, so I've been hung up on this, not needing to be hung up on this, maybe. Okay, what got me all the wrong way is when I saw this expired thing here. All right, somebody's got to be yelling at me about not realizing that. Yeah, we're fine there. Of course, Brian, you just didn't yell at me, but you were telling me to submit it here. Client ticket reference number. Please provide a few more details to make sure your ticket is handled appropriately. We don't have a reference number yet, do we? Was that little 3-digit code a reference number? Use product warranty. What is it? Oh, here. ID. Is this ID number the reference number? That
I
doesn't
think I
seem
still
like.
have that third-party warranty card that came in my computer. If you want me to take a picture, I could find it real quick.
You go ahead and find it on your computer. I'm not going to watch you doing that. You let me know when you've got it pulled up on your computer.
Yeah, well, I'll take a picture. I'll forward it to your email, okay?
All right.
That one had expired already, though.
Yeah, we don't want the one that's expired. Diagnostics code, diagnostics date. Please attach any relevant files. We don't have a diagnosis yet. It sounds like we need to. All right, I'm doing this Lenovo chat. This chat session may be recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. They just gave me permission to record this session, right? Because we're doing training and quality here that we're showing. So that this, they just gave me permission to record this. But continuing to. I have a defective hard drive in my computer and purchased extended warranty. How can I make a claim? Extended, this is called Redport. Oh, this is going to take me through this. This is virtual support. I'm not talking to an actual agent. Can I skip through to an agent? Repair request. Oh, that's good. Well, all right, that's fine. I don't need to talk to somebody about that. Purchase extended warranty, no. Now, here's a little bit of a concern. There might be a glitch. It appears that Tim purchased that warranty after the drive was defective. And that could be a problem. Thank you for your inquiry. To see if you may proceed to create a repair request, firstly make sure your PC is in warranty. Then you should click Submit a Repair Request to claim your repair request if your PC is out of warranty. So we already have done that discovery research. They're showing us what that looks like here. So I'm going to click this link, Submit a Repair Request. And we get back to this. Here's the serial number. This machine is entitled, we want the premium care. The premium care, we're not choosing which of these. Premium care is the only one that's valid. Please note, submitting this form will create a service request. If additional information needed, you will receive a call back 24 hours. If you'd rather speak to an agent now, please give us a call. We would appreciate additional information. There is no ticket reference. Well, okay, they would appreciate it. It's not required. We don't have a diagnosis code. We don't have a date. Please provide a detailed description. Crystal disk info indicates the spinning hard drive is bad. The computer frequently crashes. By clicking this checkbox, I acknowledge I'm requesting service. Depot is a mail-in repair service. An empty box with prepaid shipping level. Repair time will vary. By clicking yes, you're opting for the described depot. By clicking no, you will be contacted by Lenovo technical service specialist to discuss your repair. So we're going to click no.
Right. I think if you click no, you might get in-house, in your own
Right.
house repair.
Right. Clicking yes was going to be a mail-in service. By clicking this checkbox, that I'm requesting depot mail and service. So I clicked that box. That's what brought that up. So I'm not going to click that box.
Right.
And we're going to go on. Now, we haven't given any identifying information yet about Tim, so I think we're still okay continuing with this before talking to his mother. So here's the contact information. You put in a phone number and a company name, select address for machine location. You put that in, and then this is going to give us a call. So ideally, I should have done all of that on Tim's computer so I could just disconnect and he and his mother could continue with this. So I can bring up that same information on your computer, Tim, and then you and your mother could pursue with it. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about that. I feel really good about that.
All right. So I'm going to, let's see, this is service request. I didn't fill in anything here. I'm just going to copy the URL to this page. See if I can take Tim's computer straight to this page. All right, back on Tim's computer now. I'm going to see if I can do it while I'm facing the camera. It's hard to do that because the screen's not as big. All right, I'll go to a new tab on the browser, paste that URL. So make this clear. I copied that URL from Big Beast Build, my main computer, and then I went over to Baby Beast, which is a different computer. It's in the same box, yes, but it's a different computer. Because I have both of them connected to my Microsoft account, I was able to, in the remote session with Tim's computer, do a paste of that URL.
Oh.
See, I think that's cool. So here's the service request on Tim's computer, hardware repair service, and the serial number. And then, now if I do Windows key V here, Tim probably doesn't have clipboard history turned on. I'm going to take that off screen and try it and see what we get. Oh, he does. Or is that my history? Yeah, it is showing my history. Okay, so we're not seeing his history there. Okay, I'll bring that back on screen. I thought I had to go up to this top bar here in order to grab my clipboard history, but I was mistaken. Now I'll scroll down just enough to get that serial number. Then next. This machine is entitled. I'm going to scroll down. Next. Or don't have a reference number, diagnostics code, or date. And then I'm going to copy the description that I did on my computer, press Control-C with the correct keyboard, then back to Tim's computer, click in that field, Control-V, boom. Now it doesn't always work. It somehow, what I copy from one computer doesn't always show up right away on the other computer, but this time it did. And then next. So here's this screen. For putting in your information, you give them your phone number, give them your address, and then click next, and you're expecting them to call you and make arrangements. So can I leave this on your screen, Tim, and then you follow up with your mother?
Yes, that sounds good. That sounds good to me.
Okay, and I think we'll move on to something else. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your computer. Oh, you know what? Let's do something else, Tim, before I disconnect from your computer. Yeah, I don't know. This might not wind up being useful. But I'm going to come over here to calling card. Click on calling card and then install calling card. What this will do is it'll put an icon on your desktop that you can double click to establish a remote session with me. So we don't have to go through you going to the website and a 6-digit code. It's much quicker and easier. And it's under your control. It does not give me unattended remote access. I cannot connect to your computer without you first initiating the connection. So here, DougBetts would like to deploy rescue calling card. I click OK. And then let's close this other stuff down. Now, when they call you, they might want to connect remotely to your computer and do their own diagnostics. Do you understand that, Tim?
Yeah, I understand that.
All right.
I did call them before about the kernel issue. All they did was they connected to my computer and they cleared out something from the BIOS. They told me to click this, click that, and it hasn't popped up no more in the blue screen. So I think they fixed it.
All right.
What do you think, Doug?
Oh, here's the remote.
I called Premium Care myself before this past week about it, and it looks like they fixed it. It hasn't popped up no more. If you want to work on some more on my computer, I mean, it hasn't popped up no more, so I guess we're in a good standing for now.
No, I don't want to work on any other items here because we have some other topics I'd like to move on to, and I'd like to have your computer functional before I do more work on it. I don't see the calling card showing up there. Let's try that again. I'd like to deploy rescue calling card. There it is, receiving file. Now, what you can tell them is that you had a computer technician connect remotely to your computer, and he found lots of error reports from your spinning hard drive.
Lots of error reports on spinning hard drive. Okay.
And then they will. In fact, I put that in the description. I said, Crystal Disk Info indicates the spinning hard drive is bad. The computer frequently crashes. So that's in the written description to them. Now, here on your desktop is this DougBetts remote. So if we wind up establishing another remote connection, you just double click that, and it's a much easier way for us to connect. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get that web page back up. All right. So there's that form for you to fill out. And as a matter of fact, let's bookmark it in case you lose it. Mobile bookmarks, other bookmarks, mobile bookmarks. You got this thing. Is it okay to put it into your mobile bookmarks folder?
Yeah,
Do you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, there you go. I'm going to end the remote session. We'll move on to some other topic.
Sounds good, Doug. I appreciate your help.
All right, you're welcome.
Doug, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Somewhat related to this, but this would apply to anybody with similar type of warranty support, whether he would take the laptop in or whether somebody comes out. They say, okay, we're going to change the hard drive. They put it in a new hard drive. They're going to turn around and install Windows on the replacement spinning hard drive. They're going to install a fresh copy of Windows and say, there you go, have at it.
They might do that. So Tim, you're still with us.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to do a reply email to you, and we will compose this email together. And what we're doing here is providing you tips, instructions for talking with a technician. The best case scenario, what we think is going to happen is that a technician is going to come out and do the work locally. By the way, my brother Stan used to do that work, exactly that work for for a third-party insurance company. He always was working on Dell's because they were under contract for Dell computers. So my brother actually worked as one of those technicians of the type that's going to come out to you. It's luck of the draw as far as how good the technician is that comes to you and how willing they are to do things according to your request. Okay. So here's what we're going to send this email to you. Ask the technician to replace the spinning hard drive under warranty, but install Windows on the SSD drive.
And it'll boot up faster and it'll be way better, right?
Yeah. Now, that's not going to take any more time. In fact, it's probably going to take less time because it's going to take less time for them to install Windows on the SSD than the spinning drive. So I doubt that you're going to have any pushback over that. And it's an easy thing to do because when you install Windows, you get to a screen that shows the drives that are available, and you just choose which drive to install on. There's no extra work for them to do that.
That's cool.
And you're not needing to ask them to clone the spinning drive to the replacement drive because you've already replaced the operating system 2 or 3 times. So you're not in the situation where it's like, I've got to have this drive cloned because I just can't rebuild everything. So ask the technician to replace the spinning drive under warranty, but install Windows on the SSD drive. Now, I'm not going to send that just yet because maybe the folks in Zoom or the people in the chat room might have some other ideas of things that we should, tell you to do.
Right.
And if they will update the spinning drive to a solid state drive, maybe a small extra cost just for the upgrade.
Right, that'd be cool. Maybe get a bigger storage on it with the solid state.
It should be a little cheaper.
Right.
Okay, so ask if they can replace the defective spinning drive with an SSD.
A lot of that's going to depend on what hardware the technician has with them or available to them.
Available, right? Now that's
Well, it
makes sense.
Seems more likely he's going to have a stock of SSDs rather than spinning drives. And it's not.
That's what everybody uses nowadays.
If the current spinning drive was a 3.5-inch drive, then that might cause them some issue with a adapter or something like that. But this is a laptop, so we know it doesn't have a 3.5-inch spinning drive. Let's see, Lenovo paperwork. Something doesn't work for me. Drives with the computer. How's it that they're used?
Tell my mom that the hard drive's bad and that I got warranty and that they'll replace it and they'll come out. And if she says yes, then go ahead, right? Do it.
Yeah. Zavima Nor comes up with an interesting question here. Something doesn't work out for me. If the 2 drives came with the computer, how is it that their usage time is different?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't think we're going to try to figure that out now, but that is an interesting point. Third party expired. No, send it back to Lenovo. Never pay for warranty. Well, let's get extended warranty. Oh, LSF, we always get extended warranties. We simply drop it off where we bought it and they sort out the claim. Yeah, if you're accustomed to doing that and you like doing that and it's worked for you, hey, that's great. Personally, I don't, because I'd rather fix it myself. And for my clients, even if my clients, let's say we buy a new computer and something goes bad with it, and it is something that would be covered under warranty, many times we have not pursued the warranty. I just buy the part and replace it. Or call for the warranty coverage and they send the part out and I install the part because I'm going to be more flexible as to when that happens. If they send a technician out to do the replacement, they're coming on their schedule. They'll arrange the time with you, yes, but you have to give them let them interrupt your workday at that point, whereas I go do the work after hours. And then if it's an issue where we need to get up and running, if I call the manufacturer over a warranty claim for a $150 part, and I spend 2 hours of my time, which is $115 per hour, it doesn't make sense. So I'll just buy a part and install it, never even make the call for the warranty.
Wow.
I have done that too.
Time delay through third party. I have seen it be quick. When my brother Stan was working for Dell, they had a policy it was very quick. And he was always coming across the people that he would go to their homes and do the work. They were always very happy with the quick response.
There's one more thing that's wrong with this computer, my battery. It doesn't stay charged, like it gets discharged right away, even though it's fully charged. That's another thing that's going on with this computer, by the way, so I mentioned that.
Yes, so let's add that to the email. So when you make the claim, actually in that description about what is wrong with the computer, you might want to add another line that, well, I don't know if you want to do this.
Or
All right, let's
do wait till technician comes.
The battery also does not hold a charge. How long does the battery last?
Like 10, 15, 20 minutes or less than that. 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Get a new one.
I think the battery's bad. I think it's older. I don't know. Something happened to it. But right now it's fully charged.
I don't know. The batteries get weak, and this was an older model computer. That sounds like normal wear and tear. I don't think that's going to be warranty coverage.
Right.
Okay.
So that I think you could order a replacement battery for. Now, if you had the replacement battery on hand, I think it would be very likely that technician who comes out will replace the battery for you, because that's very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I would, what I'm going to say this, the battery doesn't, order a replacement battery before the technician arrives.
I don't really take this computer out that much anywhere just to church, but I could just have it connected to the outlet. I don't really care about the battery that much.
Oh, well then I retract that. Don't do that. If you don't really if you don't need it functional on battery, I would not replace it then. I do that all the time. I have I have laptops that batteries don't last. That's okay, because I can always plug it in.
That's true. Okay.
All right, let me get through here. That require opening doesn't want. Okay, Chris, I think my new Dell has some issues. It has warm on the bottom. It's i7-11, has NVIDIA graphics. I'm going to check it out later, maybe using Dell warranty. A warm laptop is kind of common. If the laptop is in use, if the battery's charging and discharging, and if it's working hard. I have seen laptops without defect have bottoms that are very warm, uncomfortable, that you couldn't have them sitting on your lap.
Gaming laptops do that all the time.
Yeah.
Which ones you're saying?
Gaming laptops do that all the time. Every time you have to separate the CPU and GPU in a laptop, it's going to get toasty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gaming laptops. I'm sorry, I didn't make out the word gaming. Yeah, that makes total sense. And they're not called laptops. They're called notebooks. I think you find in the names the ones that are like gaming, or maybe they don't use the word laptop. I haven't researched that, but not all of those little devices that have a computer with a fold down screen can be thought of as laptops sitting on your lap. It may be okay for it to be warm, and do some Google searching, Chris, to see if other people reporting theirs are warm, and if so, then that's normal for that model. Okay. Lenovo has diagnostics on the support page. Yeah, maybe if you do that, you can get a reference number or something like that. But I suggest you just send that in. Let them call you. Let's not bother with doing their work. Black Serendipity, still known by off-cube drive, still known by the OS as such. I'm not sure what that's saying. Offline drives are still seen by the operating system as offline. Yeah, so would making it offline, could that still cause problems? The operating system is still having some interaction with it, perhaps? I don't know.
If it accesses the drive in any way, you could have an issue.
Yeah, but if it's set as
All right,
offline,
Doug.
and I'm not even
I
sure
told my mom already. Guess what she said?
what.
She said, well, she kind of got upset, like, well, I don't know what you do to the computers, but she told me she don't want to have them come out. That we're going to get it shipped to the novel, whoever, ship it.
All right.
So what do you want to do now?
Let's go back through the method for shipping. So double click that icon on your desktop for DougBetts Remote.
Okay, Doug, I got you. Yeah, because I guess she just don't feel comfortable with having someone come out because of COVID and all that. So I understand.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I already clicked on it. DougBetts Remote. Checking for updates. Continue. Checking. It's just checking for updates, and now it's asking for the name.
Just type your name, Tim.
Okay, I'll put Tim. I put Tim now. There we go.
All right.
Let me connect now.
And something else, when he mails it in, he's liable to get a new battery anyways.
I don't see why they would do that.
Why would you think that?
He sent it in for warranty work.
Yeah.
They're going to renew it back to new standards.
No, I
No.
wouldn't expect that.
No,
You're not gonna,
No.
That's not the correct interpretation of that. No.
that's warranty is for repair. It's not for refurbishing it.
Refurb is like that. Refurb battery replacement, yes. Repair, no. They're not going to do it unless the battery is the actual problem. And in this case, it probably isn't.
Right. Let's see. So here, this is the contact information. So we want to go back. There's back. Let's see. We've got to go back another level. I'm going to go back to that checkbox. We're doing the mail-in. Machine is entitled, and I think it was after clicking next here. Oh no, depot. Nope, that one. It's not that one because that one's expired, so it's got to be this one. Here's that checkbox. It must have been visible on this screen a moment ago, and I didn't notice it. Depot is a mail-in repair service. An empty box with prepaid shipping label will be delivered to the address entered in this form. Allow 1 to 2 business days for delivery of the box. Longer for remote areas. Repair time will vary based upon parts availability, but it's typically 5 days from the receipt of the defective unit. By clicking yes, you are opting for the described depot service. By clicking no, you'll be contacted by Lenovo technical support specialists for repair. So we're not going to be contacted. Let's put in some more information here, perhaps.
I thought we had to pay for the box. That's even better, Doug. Because my mom thought we had to do it like what we did last time with the third party, where we go to UPS. But this is even better. Everything's done. We just get it ready and ship it back to them, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see. How about we give some specifics from Crystal Disk Info?
You know, hook up your Switch, you can play a video game. Four video games.
I'm trying to focus my attention on this, so it's hard to understand what you're saying at the same time. compressed, and then crystal disk info. Let's see. Do we have a way of sending a crystal disk report, crystal disk info as an attachment?
Do a screen copy.
You would have to take a screenshot of it and send it.
Yeah.
All right. Because I want to try to, get an easy approval. I double click that, waiting for it to come up. Do we have, I don't have to point out to them what numbers in the report are of concern, do I? Because
No, I would load it in Paint and make a highlight around it.
a reasonable idea. Nah, I'm wondering if I got a crash.
Machine is about to die.
I'm not getting my mouse is moving around on my computer, but I'm getting no responses on anything I click on. Oh, there's something happened. There. Okay. It's really hesitating.
Your mouse is not working if something happened.
So you're not seeing the mouse move?
No, I'm not seeing the move. Now I'm seeing the move now.
Okay,
I
read.
see your mouse moving now.
All right, read error rate. That's enough right there. Right? You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. All right. So then, Shift Windows key S, isn't it?
Yes.
And let's draw this area. Then Windows key, Paint, Enter. Then Control V to paste. And then a drawing tool and make it red.
Oh, you've done this once or twice before.
Maybe. Seek error rate. Anything else here? Not in that part of the screen. Scroll down. I don't recognize any of those others.
No, they'll get the idea.
Yeah, that's enough. And then I'll click the diskette up here on the toolbar to save that. And
Hey, Doug, it's Gary.
hello, Gary.
Let me interject before you send that real quick.
All right.
You have a big ring button there that says good on that drive.
Yes.
And you're going to have a low-level tech looking at that and go, oh, that's fine. And you're going to try to explain the errors.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm circling those specific items, because hopefully,
I've dealt with Lenovo on this warranty stuff before, and plus they're going to want you to run Lenovo Diagnostics that's on the download screen.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't be surprised at all that they want their own diagnostics to give the report, but this should at least point them to why we think there's a problem. And I think it makes complete sense that they're likely to want their own diagnostics.
I mean, I've done it with that, and they do. And you would also want to make sure that you say it's locking up when he's writing to Windows, which you do, but they don't like you diagnosing it at Lenovo. I've had trouble with that with them.
I do not object to that statement at all.
Right.
And when I go trying to make a warranty claim, on the occasions that I do, I approach it with the attitude of, hey, I know nothing. Here's the symptom that I have. And I'll even tell them that this is the symptom. What do we do from here? So yeah, I'm all we're telling them here is that the computer frequently crashes, and Crystal Disk Info indicates there's a problem. And yeah, it should be their direction from there. And thank you for bringing that up, because I did not, tell that to Tim. He should not be insisting to them that, hey, Doug says it's bad, therefore just replace it. No, do not take that approach.
And part two, because I just listened to the last end. I didn't hear the whole show. I didn't get here until about 3:15.
Okay.
You might have trouble. I have some Lenovo's at the home business and Legions though, and we've had problems. I hate depot service with them because it's screwed up every time. Excuse me. We on site, they're pretty good, but when you do depot, they replace only the part. They won't even blow out a fan. A fan could have. We don't have cats, but cat hair. They will not touch it. So you'll probably get the hard drive back, Windows back on the hard drive, not on SSD.
Yeah, well, that's okay. If that happens, then we'll just help him fix that, because Tim's already had some other people in the community helping him, and they've already reinstalled Windows a couple of times in different versions of Windows, and having crashes under all of those scenarios.
And I did read what I think it was Zeev said. I don't think that would have came with 2 drives from the factory. That is that the ideas pads. I don't think ever did. They almost always came with 1.
I have placed orders for new computers from different manufacturers, and I've had times when I can select a second drive, order it with a second drive.
Didn't they say he got it from Walmart though?
Yeah, but how was that? How did Walmart have them configured? That's above our pay grade.
True.
If there's something like that, we'll let them come back with that later. We can't. Our crystal ball isn't working that well.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
I do have a Windows Defender question when we're all done, if you got time.
Oh, okay. I think I'm almost done with revising this for Tim, so let me get this wrapped up. Computer frequently crashes. Let's see, Crystal Disk Info. Screenshot attached. And then I acknowledge I'm requesting depot mail-in service. And they might be responding with requirement to run their diagnostic software on it, which is fine. And I can help you with that, Tim, in another session. So here's the contact information. You'll fill all that. I'm not going to do that for you. Put in your address, location there, but they're not coming to your home. This is for mail-in. Tim, if you'd like to, I'll take your computer off screen. If you want to go ahead and fill in that information and then click next while you're still connected remotely, because the next steps might be something else that I can help you with. Okay? All right, Gary.
Okay, sounds good.
Gary, go ahead. Maybe
actually, I got kind of a joke with it. I have a question probably for you, and might even be Jim. I have personally, it's for my garage, a AMD computer, Dell, and we have one AMD, a friend of mine, and we update Defender. Defender has the new engine, anti-malware engine, but both of them have it AMD only. And I can't find it. And when I call Microsoft through work, they won't talk about Defender. That's the only thing they won't talk about. They don't want to talk about security.
Really?
get our level. But so the engine we have that you guys probably have, that's why I was going to say it, because I think Jim has some AMD computers. Jim, if you can hear me.
Oh, just a few.
And Defender has, if you run Defender, I don't know if you do.
Well, it's, yeah, I don't run anything other than Windows Defender for AV on any of the machines. So
Yeah, it's 4.18.23.050.5. The new one out is .50.8. On the Intel machines, it's not saying it. If you go to the Microsoft website, it's not there. But on the AMD machines, it's got the 0.08.
All right, Doug, I'm finished now.
Okay,
Right.
let's stand by, Tim. So I couldn't follow all of the numbers that you're throwing out because I didn't know where you're going. Are you saying that the Windows Defender engine is not up to date on one of the computers?
All of the Intel are supposedly up to date with no problems. Friday, the two different AMD machines updated to a new version, and Intel's have not, work and home have not updated.
Oh, all right. Well,
when you go to, when you go to Microsoft and you can download the Defender from the catalog, doesn't have the new one. And Friday from work, I had them call, and they tell us the latest one is what's on the Intel machines. They don't even mention the AMD machines. When we say the number of the engine, they're like, nope, don't know what that is, but don't worry about it. They literally said, don't worry about it. So it can't be a problem, or they would say, worry about it. Yeah.
I can't remember where you go to look to see what engine I'm running.
Yeah, literally they said the current one is what the Intel machines have, but do not worry about the one that showed up.
That's funny.
That makes sense. Nothing to see here.
That's funny.
I don't find a problem with that because I would just make the deduction that somehow they needed a different engine for the AMD chips.
Yeah,
I totally agree. I just wonder if that holds true, since I only know two of them personally,
Okay. So with Jim checking his AMD machines, we'll have an indication. All right.
Or if anybody else had one,
Okay, but Jim, did you figure out where to find the engine number? Gary, can you give us some guidance where to find that?
Do you need? I mean, I'm not trying to go. You're on Windows 10 or 11?
I'm on 10 at the moment.
Do you have a program data on Windows 10? I don't even remember. It's been so long.
I'm looking on my 10.
I'm pretty sure I do. Give me a second.
It's under Microsoft and Windows Defender under Microsoft. So program data, Microsoft, Windows Defender, and then platform. Believe it or not, that's where Windows Defender actually runs from, not from program files.
Okay, I'm under C, Windows.
At least for Windows 11.
Yeah, I don't see.
Windows.
Yeah, I don't see that. Hold on.
Do you have under your C directory or C drive, excuse me, do you have a program data folder?
Program data folder.
I know that I do have a program data folder. Hold on 1 second.
All I'm seeing is program files.
I have one.
You have files 86, data.
Program data. I got it. Okay, program data.
Underneath of it, Microsoft.
AMD.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Yeah. Okay.
Underneath that, you should
Windows
have
Defender.
Yep.
Okay.
Underneath that, you should have platform.
Platform, yes.
And underneath that, you should have 2 or 3 platforms.
Okay, I have 2 listed on mine.
And
4.18.23.050.5-0 and the 23.050.3-0. I've got 2 of them.
And those are the same numbers I have on Windows 10 with Intel.
And as an update, as Friday, I got a -8. Excuse me, period 8-0.
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing
don't
it.
have, yeah, I don't have that here.
I'm seeing the same thing here.
Are you an insider's track, Gary?
No, not on any of the machines that I'm talking about. We have machines that work that are insider, but those are production. Those are not production, but they're production clones,
All right.
you know, to stay, you know, to stay abreast, but not. This is a home machine that came up like, what is this about? Well, nobody has it then. That's, I guess.
That's odd.
Because we at work and at home, we go up to it. We stay abreast of the updates. The reason being is, again, Microsoft in their infinite wisdom tells what they patched. So
Yeah.
they
Now-
say we fixed this.
This update to your AMD machines happened yesterday?
Yes.
update to your AMD machines happened yesterday?
Yes.
This update to your AMD. Okay.
Gary, you need to mute the YouTube or something. Something's.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Or something.
Mute me. Hold on.
You gotta get that Bluetooth speaker fixed.
I'm wondering if maybe Gary was just on a early round of those updates, because
It could be.
they send out updates in, what do they call them? Rolled
Two.
out. I mean, not everybody gets them all at the same time, so that they
I'll
might.
keep an eye out for mine.
Are you a AMD, Tim?
One of my machines are.
Yeah, because that's.
What'd
And
you say, Doug?
it's on. We're only suspecting that it's AMD specific at this point. Okay, so turning my attention back to Tim's computer. I see he's got his contact information on screen. I'm not going to display that on YouTube. This is what came up. It shows the information about the laptop. It gives his name and email address, phone number, an address, the description that I put in, requesting mail and service. We got the attachment showing there. Submitting this form will create a service request. If additional information is needed, you will receive a call back in the next 24 business hours. If you'd rather speak to an agent now, please give us a call. We're not going to do that, but interesting that option's available. All right, I've looked over all of that information. It looks fine. So we've got a blue submit button here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that if you're in agreement, Tim.
Yes, I'm in agreement, Doug.
All right. There's a submit attachment uploader. Shows that it uploaded the attachment. And now I'm looking to see if this screen does have personal information at the bottom of it, but I can show the top of it just to show what happened next. All right, so here's where we're at on Tim's computer. Step 5, submission received. Your e-ticket has been received. Your confirmation number is yada yada. You will receive confirmation email with additional details and next steps within the next hours. To check the status of this request in the future, please save the following page. So I'm going to right click on that and choose open a new tab. I'm going to take the computer off screen to do that, just because of the possibility that it might display his personal information again. And no, it doesn't. So here's what that took us to, is this repair status check. You can paste your ticket number in here and find out the status. So that ticket number was this confirmation number. Is confirmation number the same as ticket number? I don't necessarily assume that, but I'm going to try. I just did a copy of that confirmation number. We'll go over here, paste that in here. Oh, ticket number, serial, or IMEI. All right. I should have taken that off screen before I before I let it go to that page, but fortunately there was nothing there private. So it's showing the ticket created, service in progress, and this URL up here includes the ticket ID. So let's bookmark that into your mobile bookmarks, and then we'll change the name of this. Let's see. Laptop repair status. So I think you'll be able to just click on that bookmark, Tim, to be able to check on the status.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So
Quick
I'm going to, coming back to Zoom, go ahead with comment.
Yeah, I have a quick comment for Gary. Gary, I checked another AMD system. What was it? .9-0 you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I have it on one of the AMD systems, not the streamer at the moment.
So one did update.
Yes.
All right.
So-
Rolling out the update.
It's weird the AMD is first because, like I said, we at work we also have all of our defenders to run a quick scan hourly on the machines through task scheduler and group policy.
Hourly?
Yep, it only takes like 2.5 seconds. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
notice it. And we do a download every 4 hours because Microsoft updates definitions about every 3 to 4 hours. And that's just a security thing. So we haven't seen on it multi-thousand Intels in home, but 2 AMD that I have, both of them have it. Another quick question, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Has anybody seen the new Microsoft Edge that came out yesterday?
No, I haven't actually. I didn't even know about that.
I don't even like Edge.
I would have to use Edge to have any concern about what version it's at.
I like Edge, but it seems to have actually slowed down greatly.
I wish I could uninstall it.
Good luck. There's ways, but it's married to the operating system, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
I'm catching up. I'm scanning through chat. There's no way I'm going to read all of that out loud. I feel pretty comfortable with what we got out. Gary, you just put in a couple links. What are those for?
One was, I think I screwed up and I think I put YouTube in, but I put in a Defender link, I think.
I'm going to see what
I'm
that
reading it.
is. But we're about ready to shut this down. Security intelligence updates for Defender. Okay, so this is just showing generally about updates, apparently.
No, if you go down, it tells you every hour they come out, when they.
I know they come out frequently. I mean,
Yeah.
multiple times through the day.
Right.
Is that what you're getting at in here?
Yeah, and they tell you what they fixed or changed.
Oh, yeah.
or
But
protecting.
that's the definitions. That comes out multiple times a day. The engines don't update that often, do they?
No, about 2 to 3 times a month. 2 times usually.
Yeah, that would make sense. All right.
All right.
Is there any last burning comments before I shut down? I think that is a no.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. I'll ask you all to say goodbye to the audience, please.
Goodbye.
Bye all.
Bye, bye, everyone. Blessings to you all. See you all next
Bye.
time.
Good night,
Peace.
Mary Ellen.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Sweet dreams.
And I am shutting Zoom down because I need to move on to something else today.
Good night, Jim Bob.
All right, sounds good. Good night, Jimbo.
Okay. They be gone. Thank you for participants in Zoom. Thank you for participants in chat. And for those who watch the video later, I might put comments in. So that was a good session. Oops, I got to go disconnect from Tim's computer. Because sometimes I have ended these live streams and then come back to my computer an hour or two later and find that I'm still connected remotely to that person's computer. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Goodbye.